Biết. Đấy. Một cái.
No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Ole Miss Rebels offense will go on the attack first. And we've been really eager to see this matchup, this quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal, though, in this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it, running it, pre-snap, post-snap. You make one mistake against this defense, David, they make you pay.
Yeah, they're a fun defense to watch, and this is a fun challenge for their defense, too, because it's an elite quarterback, right? Like, they can make you look like you're not as good as you've been all season long, so I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup and who...
Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
Well, that's a great job on the blitz, getting the sack. He's showing you his speed right there. And with that play, he's making some of the great Golden Domer linebackers of old proud. Guys like Manti Te'o, Jalen Smith. How about Michael Stonegren? One of the all-time great names in college football history. Looking on, proud of what they're seeing from this young man. This dude has some skills.
First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. And he is knocked down immediately, brave to try the return, though the coach might prefer a fair catch. So Notre Dame's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster, and I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer,
right down the gut of the field. 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Irish.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The play action fake. Here's the pressure. This one's complete. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. The Rebels are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Back to pass, it's Stevens. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Rebels will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. He wants to change this route. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Finds the tight end. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Quickly to the tight end. Turning it on. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Got his man on the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to keep it in the air. Under fire. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
I know that shot down the field was incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement. They're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them. So I would keep taking deep shots down the field.
Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He's got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? The Rebels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Now the play fake. Extending the play. He's past the 30.
And this defense, how about it, man? Putting some pressure on the quarterback, getting the big sack, but now letting him take off and get so many yards back and climb back in this 3rd down situation. Good response by this offense from a disastrous first down.
Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Gets it out quickly. That had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Scanning the field, it's Stevens. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Fires to the tight end. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big 3rd down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
And the Rebels will punt it away on 4th down. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here come the Irish back on offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. He might want another play. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Snagged out of the air.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. A big 3rd down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Finds his back in the middle. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. From the gun, the running back has it. There he goes. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Johns. He rifles one deep down the middle. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
And that's his 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Finds his tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. From the gun, to give, looking for room. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. He's got an open man. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. The Rebels want to move quickly.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Big turning point as we head into the 2nd and get this game rolling again. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break.
42 Spider.
A strike downfield. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Lining up for the PAT. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. USC is currently working from behind, but in front of a packed Coliseum, anything is possible. That fight song, those uniforms, momentum can change quickly. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Missouri. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking for a man. It's Johns. Gonna take a shot. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
I got to be honest, guys. I know there are a lot of people out there with this field position that would say punt the football, but based on the success they've had early in this game with 3 touchdowns already, playing with confidence, I think I'd just go for it.
Zings it complete to the right. And the runner is down, and so is a flag.
Hold on.
What an unfortunate penalty there. They thought they'd converted the fourth down. Instead, they'll have to try it again. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Defense showing blitz here. They'll run it from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. And the Rebels want to crank the tempo. Looking to throw on 3rd. Got his man. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered.
Breaks into the open. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A first down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. The Rebels are moving quickly down the field. Red pass, it's complete. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! Some much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. When you're down, you got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
And he tacked on the extra point. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. To the air, it's Johns. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
The these situations in football come up all the time. You practice them all throughout the week. Short yardage, gotta have it situations. I am not bringing my punt unit on the field. I gotta bow up, prove out to my team, to my unit, to everybody out there, I can get this first down. Let's go.
The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. They'll run play action. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Oh, he's got some space. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. He'll do it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that...
Breaks into the open on the left. Touchdown, Irish. He got a step and just dusted the field. With that latest touchdown pass, might be a good time to mention Brady Quinn threw 6 touchdown passes against BYU. That record might be in jeopardy.
And that's a good day. If you're starting to talk about that already, you know he's spinning it. He's in the zone. He's feeling it, reading the defense, everything coming out on target. He is having himself a day.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. To the air, it's Stevens. Here's a heat. And the defense, got him at the 27.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
Unloads to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Third down coming up after that completion. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. And the Rebels send out the punt unit. He's got it. Smashes through the tackle. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Off play action on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Behind the chains now on second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Oh, and this receiver with his speed, he's a guy you know this QB is going to look for, especially on these deep shots. You just can't overthrow him when he's that wide open. That's a huge missed opportunity.
It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Looking downfield, it's Stevens. Got the back over the middle. Quick step and go. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Wants to throw on first down. Chunked it away just as he was hit.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Tosses it incomplete.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm.
He's going to throw deep right side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The Rebels decide to punt it away. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Looking to throw on first down. Hauls it in. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Makes the catch. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Back to pass, it's Johns. Here comes the heat. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needs. They found themselves now in a hole. They're trailing. Got to get pressure on this QB. Can't give him time to get comfortable. They get to him, get the big sack. Maybe this gets them back in the football game.
He slings it deep to the left. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion. They dialed up the perfect call. Splendid execution. Now they've got it. Threatening 1st and 10 from the 20. Fires toward the end zone. He's got it. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Trying to punch it in. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Fitted in the window for the score.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the offense doesn't want to take a chance here. They'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A memorable first half of football so far today at Oxford. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison. Or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's head back to the Grove and our fellas at Vaught Hemingway Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Rebels will kick it away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on second and short. They'll leave it with him. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Faced with a third and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Notre Dame will come to the line after that huge gain and try to keep the momentum going. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Well, you got to love what you're seeing from this offense here on this drive so far because 5 straight runs. They ran on first, second, third, and fourth down, and they just did it again. So right now, they're trying to be the more physical side.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
They'll go to the ground. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. The Rebels moving quickly to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Gets away from one. And the defense is there. He got away for a second, but not for long as they knock him down for a loss. And the Rebels will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Here come the Irish back on offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stands.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looking downfield at Stevens. Bringing the heat. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now.
Turning it on. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had a second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. He'll keep it himself. He had no chance. A host of defenders back there for a loss of 4.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. Are forced to settle for 3.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Leaves it with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Quarterback on the keeper. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
I'll tell you, man, analytics in college football now are changing the way coaches think about down and distances. And listen, I know there are probably some metrics out there that say you should go for it in that situation because the percentages are telling you you got a good shot.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. The Rebels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game and you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried their weight, and this is looking like a great outcome.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Creates a little room. Great job to get down with the slide after getting everything you could.
Well, just a really nice job there on that 3rd down, trying to get after this quarterback. And obviously they're not able to make the play in the backfield, but really nice job pursuing. You see the athleticism and the speed they have, how they play as a unit together. Only giving up a little bit of a gain and now setting up 4th down.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on 4th down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
Play callers love it offensively, when you can run the football when the other team knows you're going to do it. That is called imposing your will. And here in the 4th quarter, with the lead, very first play of the drive, you break off a nice run. He might just call the exact same play right again here.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Quarterback may change this route. And that 3rd down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Makes the grab, plenty for the 1st down. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. Got it in the middle. It's Ezukama. And he jukes the first guy, made him miss, and picked up a few before being brought down. The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short. Back to throw, it's Johns. Unloads to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Ezukama. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
8th play of the drive coming up. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their threat. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Notre Dame now operating in the red zone. Off the play fake. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
He's got him. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a 1st down in the red zone at the 14. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And the stomping has commenced. They add on another score, and so close to going to 8-1 on the season.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positive.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape,
they get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
the defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Pressure coming. They've got the screen set up. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. And the Rebels will call on their punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. They'll leave it with the lone back. And they'll find their way back to the line of scrimmage, and now it's time to find their way back to the locker room as this game is over. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your uni. Like when you look that good coming off the bus.